Hey you guys, I'm Jay.
And I'm Lisa.
We're Our Simple Adventures, and today we are going to show you guys one of the coolest little museums that we've ever seen. The Dwarf Car Museum, just outside of Maricopa, Arizona. You may have seen it on Jay Leno's Garage, or Dennis Gage, My Classic Car. These guys are known throughout the country in the car world. But we got VIP treatment here, so stay and watch to the end. And while I got you, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. All right, let's get into it.
My apartment is a mess. There's no room for happy.
Okay.
Ernie's over here. He's in a white shirt, and he is the builder and the creator of all the cars in here. And Ernie built these cars all handmade. Everything inside and out from the ground up is all handcrafted. It's all steel constructed. He didn't take a fender and shrink it down or cut a bumper down to size. He built everything handmade for the car that it's on. And they have a Toyota Motors in there from 1972 up to a 1984 Toyota Corolla. So the engine, transmission, and the rear end is all Toyota, and they do top speed right at 100 miles an hour. Yeah. There's eight of these cars that are fully street legal in here. And he's drove them as far as Indiana, up to Chicago and back, Des Moines, Iowa, California, Nebraska, anywhere he wanted to go, he got in his car and drove them. So everything is fully operational on the cars. All the doors open, windows roll up and down, heater, defroster.
Yeah, cranks, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, everything that the real cars have, these cars have, and it's fully operational. This little Mercury's even got power rear windows and air conditioning on that one.
Is that the only one with air conditioning?
Yeah, just that one there. It takes Ernie 3 to 5 years to build a car. In the back room over there, there's a green 41 Chevy sedan. He's just finishing that, and he's going to take that down probably next week and have it inspected, licensed, and put insurance on it. It'll be another one done. That's Ernie's last car. He's 83 years old, and it's 3 to 5 years for him to build a car, roughly 3,000 working hours. So that's going to be his last car, and you can go in there to his shop and see in there. That's where he builds all the cars. There's no fancy tooling at all. It's literally a blacksmith work. It's a hammer and a torch, for the most part, shapes it all into a car.
Cool.
And any of the body lines and all of this, the louvers and rolling under the fenders and that, he has bead rollers for that, and he made all the homemade bead rollers himself. So any of the tools he needs, he usually makes that too.
Very cool. Well, I suppose you build
Everything else you see in here is what I do. When I was growing up, we were doing the race cars back there. Ernie is the creator of the Dwarf race cars also.
the legend cars.
They have gone into the legend cars. They all came off of the Dwarf cars. They all started with Ernie.
Yeah.
And the mod lights also.
Yeah, very cool.
We have the very first one that he made in 1979 back there, and a few early ones. But when Ernie was doing that, they were all basically sold. He built hundreds of those, and they were sold and put out, so we had enough cars to start a new racing class.
Yeah.
Not knowing he was going to do all of this after, or we would have kept at least the cars that he raced.
Yeah.
We were lucky to get a few of them back. There's an old barber shop here. That's my wife Ginger, and that was her barber shop. She did the old school straight razor shaves and the haircuts where you put the hot towel on your head and all of that good old stuff. So she's retired now, but there's a lot of cool.
I was going to say I shouldn't have shaved this morning.
Yeah, she would make your head shine like a.
Thank you. Very interesting.
Kevin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, there's also a nice photo album on this car of him building that car. It's pretty neat. There's another colorful book up here in this one.
Okay.
If you'd like to look. There are early pictures in the front, and then in the back to get a lot of pictures of him building his cars. But that's kind of neat. But the other one is just a lot of photos of him building that 32.
Okay. this, you guys. These are perfectly done. Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine getting in and out of this?
No. Especially, I wonder if Kevin could get in and out of this.
Especially what?
You know, he's tall.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this one apparently is the only one with air conditioning. And you guys heard Kevin say he's gone across the country with these. He said 8 of them are street legal.
Let's go see his last one and we'll work our way back.
And this is his last car he's building. He's 83 years old. I want to ride in one.
Stand next to it so you can see. I've never heard of. Well, that's Holyoke, where I'm from, where I was born.
New Jersey?
Yeah. No, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Yeah. Got some old dirt bikes. One street bike there.
When he's young.
Oh, okay. There's Ernie and there's Kevin.
And then that's the last race car.
Yeah, this is out in the middle of the desert. There are other properties around. Actually, more than what I thought.
That's all to scale that.
He made those?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then there's the book of all his hand-drawn.
His plans.
Yeah.
Look at this convertible. Yeah, there's some room in there.
Cereal for 50 cents. In 1956.
Father of 10 shot dead mistaken for a rabbit.
I always go to the River Cruisers car show in Boston, Nevada.
My wife dresses to kill. She cooks the same way.
Yeah.
I was married by a judge. I should have asked for a jury. In life, it's not who you know that's important. It's how your wife found out.
There's a couple of guys I look forward to just seeing there every year.
Women will never be equal to men until they can walk down the street with a bald head and a beer gut and still think they are beautiful. Yes, that's me.
Now this car is going to be officially retired and it'll be in the Dwarf Car Museum right here on this property. It'll be here.
Let's go see Grumpy. There's Grumpy. How you doing, Ernie? So you're originally from Nebraska?
Yeah.
Are you?
Born and raised in Nebraska.
By Hastings, I guess?
Yeah. 16 miles straight east of Hastings, 2 miles north off of Highway 6.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm from Northwest Iowa, born in Northwest Iowa, and I lived in Omaha for several years. And
My wife's from South Omaha.
okay,
20?
yeah, I got cousins in Crete, Nebraska.
Crete? Yeah.
Yeah, my
I remember driving Crete, Nebraska, the town's, I don't know what it was, a federal building of some kind. And they had a lot of steps going up there. And they were around this way and the front and around the other way. I remember driving an old Model A up them steps one time
In Crete.
in Crete.
I think I saw on your website you race dwarf cars in Nebraska City. I saw that.
Nebraska
Yeah,
City.
not dwarf cars, the full size
Oh,
cars.
okay.
Yeah, Nebraska City, Iowa. I was top man on the half mile in 1971.
With the late model or
Well, it was a 62 Ford.
okay.
That was before they went to the fiberglass stuff. Had to been the driver.
Had to been the driver, yeah. So did you ever race up around Sioux City?
Sioux City, we went to Sioux City and raced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I might have seen you then.
I went up there with that. I went up there with this 55 Ford and kicked ass on the guys in Sioux City.
Yeah, they're turned into the legends.
Well, they were Humpy Wheeler dubbed them as legend cars,
Okay. And
but it was just dwarf cars.
you met Humpy Wheeler, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Humpy Wheeler sat in that '39 Chevy, and I handed him the keys, and he said, "Well, get your ass in there and show me how to drive this thing." So we took it out on the track.
Gotcha. Yeah. So who else have you met? I know you've been on several car shows.
Yeah, but no.
What was your question?
Like who else that I might know? Celebrities that he's met.
Oh, that he's met?
Yeah. I know he's been on several car shows. Yeah.
Oh, there on the wall here. There's a handful of people that's done their TV shows here. Right on the back there. Jay.
Over here? Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw my classic car. Well. Yeah.
This is Big Kenny of Big and Rich. He also has his own car shows called Big Kenny's Crank It Up Garage. So he filmed his TV show here. It's been about 2 years now. This is Brad Garrett from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah.
Jay Leno filmed his TV show here in 2018, Jay Leno's Garage.
Yeah.
We just had another one filmed a couple months ago. It was called Rides with Jay Thomas.
Jay Thomas, who's
He's out of Fargo, North Dakota. He's also a conservative talk show host, and he's got his own car show. It's called Rides with Jay Thomas, and we're going to be on season 6, ABC, somewhere around December.
cool. Very cool. Did you hear him say this is what's his name? From Big and Rich?
Yeah, Big Kenny.
Big Kenny.
Big Kenny, and this is his partner, Charlie Pinocchio, in the TV show. He's also the producer of that show. He's a platinum recording artist also.
And this
He's Bruce Glover of the Hughes Corp, and remember the song "Rock the Boat"?
Yeah.
Don't tip it. Well, he's the singer there. He's the singer for that group, the Rock the Boat, and this is Frank Ruse from. He's the drummer for Kenny Loggins.
So did they let you know they were coming, or they just show up?
Oh, they just showed up.
Watch Ernie before he gets busy here. Ernie, so which car took you the longest? Or the most?
We had Bozo the Clown come in here.
Sorry.
The real Bozo. That was years ago.
I don't know, that Mercury was 5 years went by on that Mercury. Well, on that Ford convertible, 7 years went by, but I had bought this property and I had an operation on my stomach, and I was still out here with all sewed up, and then 2 months I had to open it up and sew it up again, but under the circumstances, working out here doing the septic systems and everything.
Yeah.
Electric, and
You only got so much time.
it was 7 years went by on that.
Gotcha.
Lucky I ever got back to that to finish it.
So just from the mere fact of difficulty or complex, which one is took you longest because of how complex or all just?
There was no complex, nothing about it. I had the picture, measured. I sat down and built them things. It was, didn't even really have to think. It just automatically happened, you know? It's amazing how I look at them today. There's no way in hell I could build one of these. I couldn't build one part of them, the fender, the hood.
Just the, the fit and the finish. I mean, that's just.
And that's the last one I built. It's probably not as fit as good as the rest of them are. I don't know.
Really? No, I mean,
They all got the exact amount of bars in them. The first thing when I built that car, the first thing I did is build the wheels. Did you watch that movie back there?
yeah, part of it. Yeah.
Shows me making those wheels.
Okay.
Torch in one hand and hammer in the other, pounding all that center section out. But I had to get all the measurements off of the car itself to know how big that was going to be for the wheel wrench to go in there to get the lug bolts out.
So what do you got for shocks?
I used the little Mercury, like a 65 Mercury. The early ones had the little slant 6 motor in them. The front shocks on those were real small, and I used them. They had like 3-inch travel.
Okay.
That's what I put on all the cars.
So decent ride.
You know, funny. People say how these things ride. I say they ride just like a Corvette, like shit. Right, let me show you.
Okay.
This is the first one I built.
This is what?
This is the first one I built.
Whoa.
Rides like a baby buggy on the highway.
I'll be darned.
These doors, they close so nice. And this is the first one.
That's right. It's like a new car door.
I even built the headlights on this one.
So what year did you build this one?
I licensed it in 92.
Okay.
1990 to 92.
How difficult was it to get a license?
Well, that was a little difficult on that one because
First one.
that was the first one, and I went to NVD. I told them I had a homemade car. I wanted to get the title and license on it. They said, well, there's only 4 ways you can license a car in Arizona. You got to have a kit number or number of the car you started with or some kind of a number. I said, well, I ain't got no numbers. I didn't start a new car. I built the body from scratch. It's all new sheet metal, you know. And they had everybody involved in it. And finally I said, you got a title for a homemade trailer, don't you? And they said, yeah. And I said, well, what's the difference? It uses gas, that's all.
Yeah.
So that one's titled as homemade. And this one is titled as a 40 Mercury.
It is.
Yeah. When I called the insurance company, they said, well, that's not a 40 Mercury, it's too small. And I said, oh, I can tell you that's what it says on the title.
Oh my gosh. So none of your cars are really labeled the way they should be. They all
really.
creative with, they're all very different.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind that being called a 40 Mercury and that being called a 32 Ford, but that tells people they're cut down, you know.
Yeah.
And they're not cut down. Would you like to sit in here?
Love to.
Yeah.
Get you in there.
I was gonna have you sit in the other side. I go in head first, that way my knee gets on that side first.
You gonna get on this side?
Okay, if I can do that.
Oh, this is awesome. What a treat.
Any Any tricks to getting in? Just
He said, come in head first.
Put one leg in there and sit down. Don't bump your head.
all right.
Wait, look at this. Didn't expect this.
No
Now that
kidding.
has everything the real car's got. Radio, heater, defrosters, windshield wipers, ashtray, cigarette lighter, glove box.
It's like a
The windshield rolls out, the rear windows roll up and down, it's got dual horns, turn signals.
Wow.
what's that? A cassette player too?
Yeah,
What is this knob for?
that's Calvin out here,
Okay,
fresh air.
gotcha.
The rear windows roll up and down just like the real car.
Oh, that's cool.
I can't imagine someone trying to sit back there. People won't sit back there.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, let's see if I can get out of here now.
Oh, boy. You're 6'4" or 6'1".
Well, I said, I might get him one, but I doubt if I'll ever be on one. They'd have to go ahead and bury me.
What? That was harder than I thought. Yeah.
Harder than it looks, right?
Yeah. And he's 6'1". You look this up.
The other guy sat in there, 6'10". Yeah, plenty heavy.
Only 5'8".
Just swing it shot.
I feel like I was crawling up to get in there. I can't imagine.
Well, that's very cool. Ernie, we appreciate you. This is very cool. Very cool.
Did you hear this one, Ron?
No. That's a Toyota. And the force speed?
Yeah, this one I think is okay. This one and that one.
That's at a Toyota too?
Yeah. No, it's all matching right here.
Yeah, okay.
That little blue one's got automatic 3-speed automatic.
When you drove cross country?
No, not 49 Mercury I did. I drove that to Fairmount, Indiana and back to the James Dean run. I drove that to Des Moines, Iowa and back. Drove that convertible twice to California and back and once to Chicago and back.
That sounds good for a Toyota. So did any cops bother you as you went across the country?
I've been stopped twice in California, and they try to make it, like the taillights are blue dots, so they say, anybody ever said anything about your taillights? I said, no. Why? I said, well, they're really not red, they got blue dots in them. But anyway, when they get done, they say, I guess I just want to see the car. And both times it was in California.
I suppose, yeah.
Heck, well, that's not surprising.
This song.
It's a what?
Got a YouTube channel called Our Simple Adventures.
Our?
Our Simple Adventures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to put this on.
Well, this was a simple adventure, but look what happened. It was so simple, I just kept at it.
Yeah.
Who's collected all the stuff around? Were you the one that's pretty much the
I think
collector
Kevin
of?
said he did that.
Oh, Kevin? Okay.
See that goose up there? Did you see that in the back room? The ceramic model of it? That was hatched out at my mother's house with no feet. And some lady took it from her and gave it to her brother-in-law or son-in-law or something. And they fitted it for her shoes. And it was on Johnny Carson show. It showed that it could walk and swim with its little booties. And they cut holes in the bottom so the water would drain out. That's a pretty famous goose.
Where's it at?
Here in this back room.
I walked right by that.
Andy the Goose. His grave is right about 10 miles from my hometown. That's his gravestone there. We took that picture of it.
So what year is this?
The gravestone is 91, I think.
Okay. Oh, that's funny.
And this is the fellow in my hometown that made the ceramic models. I found this back in Nebraska.
I read that.
Yeah.
And that's built from scratch too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a scratch built. The guy didn't want to sell it, but I told him I was going to put it in a museum where I had homemade cars and I wanted the homemade steam engine in there. He said, well, in that case, I will sell it, but I won't take less than $1,000 for it. So I gave him $500 right then. And my sister-in-law had adopted some kids, and one of the boys was there with the trailer, and he said, hell, I'll just load it up and bring it out to you.
Does it still run?
Well, you'd have to have a steam license to do it. It was built in Kansas. It sold in a farm show for $8,000, the guy that I bought it from. But I guess he got tired of storing it or something, you know.
Yeah.
Finally, he said he would sell it. Of course, he was getting older. I went to school with him, so.
Gotcha, yeah. Well, I'm sure a lot of these other people want to talk to you too, so we're going to...
I don't like to talk too much. I sit there at the table and figure out questions.
All right, you take care. God bless. Nice to meet you too.
This part here, you can't see it because of the bend. He decided he wanted
Kevin, nice to meet you.
You too.
Next time I have family come to town, we'll bring them down here too.
Definitely.
Okay. God bless.
Have a good day.
You too. Wow.
Wow. Again, we got a little extra more than we thought on that one.
We got a tour like Jay Leno and Dennis Gage from My Classic Car.
We got to sit in the car. Wow. Never expected any of
Never
that.
expected that. He started that Mercury up. Wow. Highly recommend. Such nice people. And what an
Yeah,
artist.
very nice.
What an artist.
The
craftsman.
skill and knowledge that he has got stored away is amazing. Because he said it was easy. He just did it. I'm like,
Just came to him.
That's rare.
Okay.
Very good.
Need to get this edited. This is Wednesday. I'm gonna hopefully get this a long video. Hopefully get it edited for Saturday release. So I love you guys. Please hit that notification bell and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We love you.
We'll see you in a couple weeks for another adventure.
See you soon. Bye.